later in this episode. But first,
All right, I just parked in the Disney Springs parking lot. Our perfect day is starting a whole lot later at Disney Springs because though Disney Springs is amazing, I don't think it's a whole day excursion, especially when you only have so many days in Disney World. You might only have one day you decided not to go to the park. Maybe you want to spend your morning relaxing by the pool at the hotel, sleeping in, and then around 3 p.m. you can head to Disney Springs. I'm in Orange Garage at this time because that is the correct answer. Similar to left and right in Disney World, there is the battle of Orange Garage versus Lime Garage. Orange Garage is the right answer. Emma and I agree on this. I don't want to talk about it. Speaking of Emma, we gotta find her. We gotta go through security. So let's go do that. Disney Springs parking garages are pretty cool because they have these little lights in the ceiling. Those will tell you if the space is empty or full. You can see in the other rows, some of them are green. Green means that space is empty. So if you're just glancing down a row, you can see if there are any spaces. Sometimes it's a little finicky, but most of the time it's fine. Now, if you are parking and heading into Disney Springs, you do have to go through security. The same is true for if you're coming from the buses or the boats, but usually you'll either go through full security or you will walk past a K9 unit. In Orange Garage, this is my favorite place to park, is this last row on the 3rd floor. And this works even when it's busy. This row typically has a space. I do a lot of Friday movies with my friends here at Disney Springs, Saturday movies, and the weekends are slammed at Disney Springs. I can usually still find a space in that last row, that floor, and you might think, oh, I'm so far from the entrance, except you go down one flight of stairs. That's right here, and security is right in front of me. So it's actually pretty easy. I cannot film security, but just know it will go through security similar to the parks with bag check and everything if your bag goes off on the sensors, so just be prepared for that. Why is there a TARDIS? Every time I come down these escalators, I see something new and weird. And there's a TARDIS. Favorite Doctor? Tell me in the comments. I watched 9, 10, and 11 all the way through. Saw some episodes of 12. I've seen some 13. My favorite Doctor is Matt Smith. I love him. I found her. And look, she's wearing an AllEars style outfit to match the Disney Springs trash cans.
That's true.
That's so creative, Emma.
Well, everything I do has a bit of Disney World in it, and I like to get a little bit more niche, the things that people should be appreciating but aren't. And I think I see it in the everyday.
For sure. We are starting strong with our perfect afternoon here in Disney Springs with lunch, as you might too.
This is what I think is best about Disney Springs.
Totally agree.
The ability to eat.
I love eating.
Yeah, I love to eat.
Really passionate about it, actually.
It's something I like to do daily.
Me
just
too.
Because of
Multiple
my passion.
times sometimes because
Yeah.
I'm so passionate.
Well, it's something that I've decided this is worth it, you know?
Yeah, and like I think that for me, like if you had to narrow down like what I think it's all about,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna look to my passions, and then number one is gonna be eating.
For sure.
We've made it to Polite Pig. Emma's going on without me. That girl in her phone videos. Check out her Instagram. Emma does a really good job with it, with the rest of our social team behind the scenes. We are headed to lunch at the Polite Pig. This is an Emma pick. She absolutely loves Polite Pig, and I don't blame her. It's pretty good. Not actually my favorite barbecue in Disney World, but don't tell her that. I'll tell you what mine is in a little bit. We're gonna hop in line. They do have this little queue outside, but usually it's not super long, and I think Emma might just be waiting for me to shut up and go in the restaurant.
Where is she?
Confirmed. Gonna be barbecue favorites. It's a little bit like upscale barbecue, and
I would say it's
modern upscale barbecue. My favorite barbecue in Disney World is actually in Epcot at Regal Eagle.
Oh, I think this is so much better.
For the actual meat, Emma disagrees.
Yeah.
And actually most people disagree. A lot of people like Polite Pig's barbecue better. I think that if you like pulled pork butt, you want to go to Regal Eagle. Otherwise, I think it's better here. Yep. The brisket's better here, but I like pulled pork butt, so that's where I'm at.
Leads me into my question.
Are you gonna ask me about the butcher board for two? So I have a plan to ask you to get a for two option later.
Well, I was gonna say I get the for two every time I'm here.
Just alone.
I get it every time we come. I'll say I don't get it alone, but I'm never here alone. So every time I'm here.
It sounds like you're like trying to hide the existence of your husband. I am gonna do the smoked chicken salad wrap.
And then I'm gonna do the cedar plank salmon.
We're actually gonna go wild and get another 3.
Okay.
So to share, we're gonna do the Brussels sprouts, the roasted beets, and the mac and cheese.
This is the spread.
I have a tip to share.
Oh, okay.
Every time I come in Polite Pig, I think, oh my gosh, all the tables are reserved. Because they all have a sign that says reserved.
They're reserved for you guys who are eating in this establishment.
If you have bought food at Polite Pig, the table's reserved for you. It's not like an event. Every single time I come in and I'm like, there's no table.
They're all reserved. No.
But it's just so people who haven't bought food don't come in here and sit down.
Yeah. So that's actually a wonderful tip. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
My tip is to get so much food. And that's what we did. This is salmon on a cedar plank. And then I got a side that I've never tried before. So this is the sweet potato with Parmesan. And then it comes with a little tiny cornbread muffin and slaw. And the reason I got a new side is because we also got the slide trio. So you can get this as your meal. It's $17 for 3 of them. These are my personal 3 favorite sides that they offer. We got the beetroot salad, the mac and cheese, and the Brussels sprouts, which all 3 are absolutely incredible. And then Quincy ended up going with the grilled chicken wrap. And let's not pretend like I'm not drooling at this point.
It's embarrassing. And I need you to buy a handkerchief or something.
Handkerchief.
Okay, I have got the wrap. I'm excited about this. I'm in a wrap phase. I bought spinach wraps at the grocery store, and I've been having like a turkey or tuna wrap like every day at home. I'm just in with wraps right now, and you can dip it in the sauce. I guess I'll try it without the sauce to really experience it. This is good. The chicken is super juicy. It's got tons of greens, which I thought was gonna overwhelm it, but it's actually just adding the really great like crispy greens texture. It's plenty of chicken. There's red pepper in here, and it's got a really good flavor. It's not spicy at all. It's just kind of like a smoky, sort of like Southwest sauce sort of flavor. I'm gonna dip it in more sauce because I'm like here for this. I'm like a sauce person. All food is a vessel for sauce, and I think that it's time we all admit that.
I'm well into every single thing on my plate right now. I really love this. One of my favorite options here is the butcher board. It comes with basically an array of everything, and it serves 2 for about $42. Oftentimes when I get that with my husband, if my mom is with us, the only thing we will add is a side of this salmon. The salmon itself is really nice and sweet. The glaze over top is just enough. It's not overpowering, so I really like it. It's always cooked very well. It's still pretty flaky, but it's not too tough, and it's not undercooked. The slaw is fine. It's not going to be the best slaw you've ever had. The sweet potato tots are really nice. They're not going to be my favorite. I think the 3 sides that we got are the stars of the show. And let's try them now because I already have tried them all. And we're going to pretend like, no, I haven't. I love the beet salad here. I could eat it 100,000 times. The granola on top is so crunchy. The beets are nice and fresh and super earthy. The goat cheese just melts. I think it is so exciting, and I love beets, and it's just refreshing. It's really, really fresh and refreshing to me. Any Brussels sprout that looks like this, good Brussels sprout. Nice and crispy with a little bit of a bourbon glaze. Mac and cheese. I love this stuff.
I need you guys to know that I just took a bite of that behind the camera, and I audibly went,
It's so good. It's so creamy and cheesy.
I think it is a sharp white cheddar.
A sharp white cheddar is what we believe. So tasty.
It has crumbled up pieces of the fried bits from the French fries of like their fryer, or it's fried breadcrumbs or something on top.
So good.
But they're fried, they're not baked. So it has this insane crunch that you aren't used to on mac and cheese. That is delicious. We've eaten, as you may have guessed. We were seated at this table right next to this pig, and that is an interesting painting. Now I think we're gonna go do some other stuff. Here's the thing about our day. We didn't really plan it, and that's because you don't really plan a Disney Springs day.
Disney Springs Day, the only thing that requires planning, in my opinion, is maybe a dinner reservation.
Maybe a dinner reservation, and maybe what we're doing at the end of the day tonight, which will be a very big thing for us. We're very excited about.
Both of us have not done it, and we are very, very excited.
Yeah. All right, we are wandering, and we've got Polite Pig here. One of our big items today is to do a little shopping. And we're gonna show you some of the cooler stores in Disney Springs, some that you might not know are around, some that are definitely worth stopping into. And one of those is gonna be Uniqlo. Uniqlo is a really amazing store. You can't find them all over. They're not like stores that you can find everywhere. They're pretty big in Asia, but this Uniqlo has a ton of Disney merchandise, tons of Disney graphic tees, kids graphic tees, Mickey tees. They've got a Star Wars collection right now. This room that Emma is bebopping in right now always has some pretty cool graphic tees that are Disney. So a lot of my Disney shirts are from Uniqlo.
I was literally about to say, this is one of my favorite places to buy Disney shirts. I cannot stop looking at the Empire Strikes Back.
You know what? I can't stop. I love this Empire Strikes Back Yoda one.
I think they just really hit this specific collection out of the park. This is what I need. This.
Not only are there really cool graphic Disney tees, Uniqlo is also the best place ever to get cheap basics and essentials. They do solid color dresses, shorts, tops, button downs, everything. It's pretty high quality and it is not overly expensive. And I need pants and I might need a Donald Duck baby doll t-shirt.
To literally say, have you seen the Donald one? I noticed the Mickeys, but I've not seen Donald.
I might need a Donald Duck baby doll t-shirt. These are so cute, and that one's so
one of
cute.
Us together.
Oh, we're buying a matching shirt. Oh, that's so.
Nice?
I'm getting one of these. I might get multiple.
I really like them.
Those are so cute.
It's a little piglet tee.
There's a lot of customizable merchandise in Disney Springs. One of the relatively inexpensive options is
we could each get a dog.
We could each get a dog. One of the relatively inexpensive options is to make your own tote here at Uniqlo. We've just found this corner. We're literally behind like a bunch of racks.
We're as far back as one could get on the second
And there's
floor.
this like secret
My dream home.
mannequin hang.
I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
I've been living here for 7 months.
Emma, what did I tell you about moving into public stores?
I don't know. I live here. And I don't know if you've ever met him, but this is time.
Well, who was that?
My mom.
And the child?
Oh, that's it. Now we started to check out, and then we remembered that there is a fun section. Books, totes, games, and also we've purchased a lot. So we thought, why stop here?
I haven't paid yet.
Haven't paid. We have not paid. Also, this is where you can get your stuff. I actually have the Alice in Wonderland tote bag because my brother and his fiance made it for me. I was told she had something very important to
Here's
say.
the thing. Now, when I see Winnie the Pooh, the original Winnie the Pooh, I think, now that bear's naked.
Yeah.
But Winnie the Pooh in Disney only wears a shirt.
Yeah, so not
And
like...
I don't think that bear's not wearing pants.
Yeah, so I think give this Winnie the Pooh a little freedom and grace.
That bear's naked.
Give him some freedom and grace. You can self-check out here. Quincy's gonna show you how.
Hello, I have been thrust into this, but some of us have greatness thrust upon them. You listen to the checkout instructions. Do you have an app? I have an app, but not the app. Oh, I've done some damage here. Let's not worry about it. Number of scanned items, 5. How does it know? 2, 3, I don't even know how many items I scanned. 5, yeah, that's true. I think we need 1 bag.
The damage has been done. And Uniqlo is actually one of our weird traditions that we ask for on Instagram. So when Emma and I do Perfect Days, we ask on Instagram, like, your weird traditions in the location we're in are, and we do them. And one of those traditions from Molly Barnes was to go to Uniqlo to the drops, and there's not a lot of Uniqlo around. And luckily, we were going to do this anyways because, Molly, we have the same tradition. Yeah, Molly, same. It really worked out. I have another weird tradition for us too. I think you're going to like it a lot.
A lot of folks on Instagram said that they love to go to the Lego store.
Are we gonna build something?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, there are some options here. Now, at busier times for Disney Springs, which will always be the weekend, the Lego store can get a pretty long line. If you can make your Disney Springs non-park day a weekday, I do recommend it because unlike the parks, Disney Springs is open to the public and there's free parking. So a lot of locals will come to Disney Springs. There's a little bit of a line for the Lego store. If you see it like this, you're probably gonna be in pretty soon. Don't even stress about it. If you see it longer, it moves fast, but maybe not as fast as you might like. So it can be a good one to get to a little earlier in the day.
Okay, we waited maybe 3 minutes.
If that.
Maybe. Now, I will say this is something we like. We have a lot of fun, and we're excited for this tradition. But after going to Legoland, The store pales in comparison.
There are a lot of really interesting things you can do in this store. You can create your own minifigure. If you want to do that, go online and make a reservation in advance. I'm not kidding. It literally has like a 3-month wait or something.
It's like a long wait, and then if you try to wait here, it could potentially be hours if there's an opening.
Like they might let you walk up, but it could be like a 7-hour walk-up wait.
Yeah.
So
just make a reservation if you know that you or your kiddos want to do that.
They've got little spots that you can play. You can get custom mosaics. One of the things that people said that they must do here are race cars.
Yes.
So we can do that. And another must-do was to buy a Lego keychain.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if they have the blind bags.
We blind bags.
You could get the blind bags. I knew she'd like it.
It's about the same size as us. And this isn't the tradition, but it is.
You can get these and each take a sunflower.
I do really like that too. Should we look for blind bags as well?
Yeah. Why not both?
Why not both?
It's a perfect day after.
Are you also referencing that little girl from the commercial?
¿Por qué no las dos?
Yeah, why not both?
¿Por qué no las dos?
What do you want?
Instead of, I do love the sunflowers, truly, but instead could we get one of these insane...
I like Aragon and Arwen.
Let's get Aragon and Arwen.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want Gollum?
I do like Gollum.
I think Arwen.
My favorite is actually getting off in the Balrog.
They know I've not seen it, so I can only comment on the people I know.
Did we admit to that?
I don't know.
Emma hasn't seen Lord of the Rings.
In its entirety.
And I'm gonna make her watch them all.
That's very true.
While we build Legos.
Maybe this is
Would
what
you
we'll
guys
start
like
it
to
with.
be involved?
Yeah, let us know if you actually care, if you want to watch us do that. I'd be interested. I think it'd be fun.
I think so as well.
Okay, we made purchases, but before we build them, I want to do some car racing. I'm trying to say car racing.
Let's do it. Let's race some cars.
I'm grabbing that one. I was incredibly generous and broke my car in half.
I hope mine wins.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Well. I don't know why that really got me. Stalling at the wall really got me. Shut real tight.
Yeah. You got fingernails.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tear them.
The tape?
No, my fingernails.
Oh. Why don't you peel the tape off?
I got it. I think this was much easier.
I think we're already not serving Lego professional.
Can I have Arwen?
I thought you would want Arwen and I want
Liv
Aragorn.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the only thing I know.
I need bag 2. Oh no, there were 2 bag 2. Oh, there's lots of bag 2.
This is bag 1.
I see. You know, back in my day, when I was first building Legos as a youth, they didn't have the numbered bags. It was all in one bag, and it was just like, figure it out. I've dumped them.
But now you're mixing the bags.
Yeah, because they're all bag 2.
So I mix all bag 1?
If you want. It maybe was a bad idea.
I
think as long as we don't mix Aragorn and Arwen, we're good. While we do this, we thought we might talk a little bit about some upcoming stuff coming to AllEars.
Do we have some good stuff coming?
We have some really good stuff coming. You might know that at the time we're filming this, we just finished filming our Mega Week, which is where we had everybody here from all around, because you might know we also don't have an entirely local team.
No.
A lot of us live here locally. Sage, Emma, me, Miranda, Breedlove, we're all here local. But a lot of our team members don't live local. Fry lives in Texas.
Which I think a lot of people still don't know. We talk about it, but I think people forget she doesn't live here.
Yeah, so like the reason you might not see as much Fry on the channel is because she lives in Texas. And she used to come a lot, but she's been coming a lot less lately just because of
That's a lot. It's
what?
a lot of
It's
travel.
a lot of travel. It's a lot to ask somebody to travel that much. And so Fry comes as often as she can. But she's also home in Texas a lot, doing a lot of really important behind-the-scenes work for us. So that's where she is, if you're ever wondering. We just see comments sometimes. Oh my gosh.
Have you what's going on?
I'm just scared that I need a sticker, and the stickers are scary. Capture the Flag will already be up by the time you're watching this. We were really proud of
you guys
that
really
one.
liked it. That was our favorite, I think, as we were filming.
And behind the scenes, it was grueling. Absolutely insane to film.
I also think we were not prepared for what it would be.
Well, it was incredibly competitive.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why that really... It's you mid-sentence going, bye-bye, and you're just not 100% sure.
Something that we haven't talked a lot about on the channel is that I'm trying to become the Disney completionist.
That's true.
Which means I'm
Have you said that?
I think I've said it maybe once, but I've never explained it.
Okay.
And I am trying to become the Disney completionist. I'm trying to do everything Disney parks in the entire world. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to stay in every Disney hotel, ride every single Disney ride, obviously go to every park. I'm trying to do it all.
At this point, I've been with her enough that I think I'm going to start piggybacking. She's finding this out as I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, she has not said this, but that's fine. Emma can do it too.
I mean, at this point, you're going to beat me because I've got some catch up.
You do, because I have stayed in every hotel in the country already.
Yeah.
Every Disney hotel.
I'm not that far.
Yeah. It will mean, I think, return trips a few of the places that we've been in the long run. This is like a 10-year goal kind of situation, but I'd love for you guys to be along for the ride for it.
Can you guys commit 10 years to us?
Yeah, could you commit 10 years?
Would you be comfortable doing that?
Like right now. Are these his ears?
I don't know.
In Disneyland, I have not ridden everything yet. Did you know that?
No.
I think you probably have.
What have you not ridden?
Like Goofy Sky School, I've never ridden.
No, I did do that. I've not done everything.
I've never ridden Grizzly.
Adventure.
Have you done Grizzly Peak?
No, I've not done everything.
We've got some stuff to do in Disneyland as well. We have a trip to Disneyland this year. Emma and I will be at D23.
We're so excited.
We're so excited.
D23.
We'll be dropping all of the hopefully really big, huge, exciting park news that speaks to some of those kind of big things they've said about the amount of money they're putting into the parks.
And also make sure you're following the blog and socials because that will be active in real time what's happening.
Obviously,
a lot
we
more
can't.
quick than YouTube.
Obviously, we can't post a video as we're standing there getting the footage, unfortunately. So for those live updates, you really want to be clued into our Instagram, clued into our blog, because that's where we're going to be able to share everything the moment we hear it. It doesn't have to be a race.
No, it's too late.
I also look at how many more pieces everyone
already
requires
declared
than
race.
Owen.
Can I come say hi?
Yes, sure. Oh, big move, big moment. I have found at least 3 of the pieces that Emma was missing.
3
on her.
One.
It was 1, but she found 2.
Okay, I dropped 1.
Apparently, life for me is separating 2 pieces that you've stuck together aggressively.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be so mad at me.
What do you need me to separate?
I can fix it. It's like a bottle opener. Just pop it open.
Give it to me.
No!
My favorite part is that you were like, the piece isn't here. When it was here, you just used it already. Also, what exactly is happening here?
This is her tiara that goes on the back of her head.
And it's supposed to be angled like that. Why?
No, it isn't. No, okay? It's not.
It's weird because like you're really good at following instructions. Like when I give them to you, she won't let me help her.
I don't need help, Mom.
But it's like so glaringly incorrect. And your dentist is gonna be mad.
Got it.
I don't even understand what you're attempting at this point. You're like looking at the picture, but you're not doing anything with it. Is that the back? Is that the back of her head? Or is it the side?
All right. We're moving. Okay.
I have gotta look at what's going on back here.
I'd rather you didn't.
Emma, what? You even have these pieces. Why would you do that with them? In case anyone was wondering, the back of Aragorn is flawless. Did you not make one of her hands?
No, I did.
This is so chaotic. Can we get it out?
My mom's calling.
Hey. I was able to fix Arwen, but I just have one more question. Did you think that was her eyebrows?
Listen, I've never claimed to be good at Lego. I said I love Lego, I have fun at Lego. I didn't even look.
You said, yeah, sure. She made like meticulously sure that the eyes were facing the right direction. But I just had to fix like probably 5 or 6 pieces. And then her crown and bangs were on upside down.
And I think that we've had a really nice time.
I think so too.
I
got Aragorn.
really enjoyed this. Just the pair, boyfriend, girlfriend.
I think they married.
Spoiler.
I don't think that's a spoiler. We're on the move again. We're gonna walk through World of Disney, which is a must-do for a couple of reasons. One, World of Disney is the coolest store in Disney Springs. If you're here for Disney stuff, which you probably are, it's gonna have pretty much everything except for super specific merchandise that's only in one spot. You're gonna find everything else in here. This is where I go Christmas shopping. This is where you can find a lot of good stuff. And a lot of souvenirs. It's probably the best place to do your shopping. It's also pretty easy to swing by to Disney Springs and not have to carry something through the parks all day.
They also have mobile checkout here, which they don't have in every spot, which is quite convenient for a big store like this.
So, absolutely amazing store, and all of at first it can seem really overwhelming because it is so big and usually pretty crowded, but these sections are actually very well defined. So once you find the general vibe of what you're looking for, there's an ears and headwear section, there's a pin section, there's a like basic apparel section, Pixar section, princesses section, home goods section, little kids section, and then usually kind of in the middle up here you'll find some of the newer releases. There's a Star Wars section, a Marvel section.
They also have maps that you can find labeled throughout World of Disney in case you're not 100% sure where you need to get.
Should we get these?
Yeah, can we? Who do you think is who?
Here is the World of Disney map.
This is the map.
It tells you where things are.
And I will say, there's not many Disney nostalgia things that I hold on to with like a passion. For some reason, for me, it's the old World of Disney layout. It really scratched my brain, and I still to this day don't love this one, even though it is good. So I appreciate this guy. Do you just remember like the princess room?
I do.
I really loved it.
Hey, live entertainment. This is another tradition we saw, to sit in front of the stage and watch live entertainment, or just sit in front of the stage. Oh, everybody's dancing! One big tradition that was a very common answer on our Instagram was to get spit on by Stitch. This is a very fun activity that you can do in Disney Springs. It is free. Stitch is up there. He does spit. You can see his water trails on the ground. It is hard to predict where he's going to spit, but we're gonna try to catch some spit. Got it. We're making one more stop before dessert. I lied.
Basin?
Yeah, Basin.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Basin.
So this is another tradition for a lot of folks, myself included.
Yeah,
Basin.
this is a good one.
Yeah, Basin's a must-do on a Disney Springs day.
I also think of Breed Love when I think of Basin.
Really?
Because when you report for AllEars, each reporter has one thing that they're personally very excited about, and I feel like Basin's is Breed Love.
I love that.
He loves Basin.
So If you want some soap, some bath bombs, Basin's a great place to grab it. And I honestly have used Basin soap before. And I think it's awesome every time. The bath bombs, they have shower bombs.
I love the little Mickey special
And they have a
hand
lot
soaps
of
that they do.
Disney-themed hand soaps, Disney-themed bath bombs. Let's see. Let's find some. And even, I had the Jolly Roger bath soap in one of my bathrooms. A surprise to no one. Now, as Sage pointed out in A to Z Disney Springs, how do they know what Mickey smells like?
I think we all know what Mickey smells like.
I don't know that we do, Emma. Oh, they have soap shapers.
They do.
Do you think?
Testable?
I think I know what they're making.
Paw?
Paw print, me think. And flower, me think.
Oh, no, not tester.
That one's
not a
dead.
Tester. Well, no, I don't think it's a tester.
Oh, well, stop pushing on it then, you weirdo. But the soaps here are really beautiful. I also really love looking at a log of soap and then the pieces that come from the log.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about that. There's lots of things to smell, lots of things to look at, and some great bath products. You can even test them out. They've got some scrubs and stuff that you can use at these sinks. Look at the sugar souffle.
Do some souffle. We are using
Oh, it feels
sanitary
crazy.
sticks, just like not digging our hands in there. There it is.
All right, what do we do? Should we read the instructions?
No.
I'm gonna read the instructions.
I think you just rub your hands.
Massage sugar souffle onto dry or damp skin in a circular motion. Rinse with warm water and enjoy sweet, moisturized
On my
exfoliate.
I love this.
Ooh. I recommend damp and not dry.
Dry is if you're exfoliating to the max.
Yeah. It would be good if you said never film a perfect day Disney Springs again. Emma and Quincy's wallets can't take
We
it.
quite literally are funding our purchases when we shop.
Yeah.
And we can't keep doing this. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Ghirardelli soda fountain. You've heard of it. Probably because it's actually a pretty massive chain. It's also really delicious chocolate squares you can grab in your grocery store. They have a standalone location in Disney Springs. Now, this is not something that is like super Disney specific, but I really want to recommend this one if you are an ice cream fan. Now, you can get Dole Whip in Disney Springs that swirls on the water. That's another awesome one that I do love. They have Dole Whip flights and some more unique flavors usually. You could get Gideon's, which is really amazing giant cookies. The one problem with Gideon's is that it has a very long line typically. Often if you come in the afternoon, it can be a multi-hour line. So if you want to do Gideon's, I recommend showing up very first thing when you arrive at Disney Springs, getting in their virtual queue if it's available, and then you can go back when you get called back.
They have to have strawberries.
I have to recommend, I am not a huge chocolate person. The hot fudge sundae here is life-changing.
Do you know one of the first things I ever did in this whole job ever was I was recording here at Disney Springs and we needed photographs of, I think it was the cookie crumble.
Seriously?
And I was so stressed out.
Because it melts.
It
It melts.
But you know what? They didn't fire me. So
And here she is, folks. Sorry. We're in crisis. Actually, I'm not. Emma is.
Oh yeah, okay, so here's my options. Strawberry Passion.
Okay.
Chocolate Lovers.
Okay.
Or the Ocean Beach.
Oh, I think Ocean Beach.
You don't think strawberry or chocolate?
I mean, if
or
I were
Ocean Beach? Because they all three sound so good.
If I were ordering, so I used to love the Gold Rush. If I were ordering, I would pick the Strawberry Passion. I think the most exciting is the Ocean Beach.
Okay.
But I think you should do what you want.
But they all sound so good. And a dipped strawberry comes on top of that one.
Oh, compelling.
But I think it's more compelling that there's a whole square of chocolate.
That's true.
And as much as I love chocolate, I think I will get fed with that.
Yeah.
I'll get my chocolate filled.
You've decided.
So I've decided, I think, and I'm gonna go with a bag of 3 for $50, and then maybe something up here at the top as well, which I'm a little torn actually. If you could help me, I'm trying to decide.
She's breaking down, folks. We've ordered. We went for the Gold Rush,
I got the Gold Rush.
which is, sorry, the Ocean Beach. We did not get the Gold Rush. We went with
Is there even one?
There is,
There is one.
but it wasn't in your list.
Okay.
She got the Ocean Beach, which is vanilla ice cream, caramel syrup, chocolate square, hot fudge, whipped cream, and a sea salt topping. And I got the non-dairy hot fudge sundae, which I'm excited to try, which is non-dairy vanilla coconut ice treat, non-dairy hot fudge, non-dairy almond milk whipped cream, a cherry, nuts, and a chocolate square topping.
Which sounds exactly like what you want.
I'm really excited about it. I love the hot fudge here at Ghirardelli, and it's ready, baby, because our buzzer went off. I want everyone to remember that I have been responsible with my Sunday choice at this time, and when I'm not responsible later, we mind our business. I'm gonna eat a lot of cheese. Mine is good. The non-dairy hot fudge is not hitting as good as your hot fudge. But it's still tasty and it hits the spot, I think. The biggest thing about this that I want to warn against is that coconut vanilla ice cream, it is texturally just like ice cream. It tastes like coconut. I like coconut. It's delicious for me, but this does not taste like a vanilla hot fudge sundae. It tastes like a coconut hot fudge sundae. If you don't like coconut, this does not hide that coconut flavor. That's amazing. The salt.
There are huge chunks of sea salt on top of this and spread throughout it. So it is the perfect, slightly salty, sweet dessert. I wouldn't say it's easy 50-50. It's overly sweet, obviously, considering everything happening. But those massive chunks of salt kind of take away the way too sweet. This will make me sick, and adds just a little bit of that saltiness, savory that you really want in like a good balanced dessert. It's really nice.
Splitting a hot fudge sundae here is one of my favorite pastimes. Now,
I think splitting is the way to go. Unless
you have a major sweet tooth.
you have a major sweet tooth, and I have a very big sweet tooth, and I can tell you I'm not going to get to finish this.
They got the same designs here as they do in the park.
I think we better check it out. Can you please get the alligator dragon?
That one's pretty wild. T-Rex.
I'll get.
Some of these are the same as they got Dragon Magic. I can't. We're not actually getting our faces painted because it's too late in the day. And we're going to a nice restaurant for dinner. We're in the co-op.
This is the co-op. You can find this is kind of built like a little
market.
Yeah. There's like different little stands and there's different themes, and I love it in here because I go crazy. There's one section I'm not supposed to walk through.
What is it?
The pet section.
Oh, because of Pepper.
Yeah. My husband doesn't like the idea of wearing spirit jerseys, and that's one of our major disagreements.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, she would look amazing.
This is actually, we're walking into my favorite part to walk here, which is the art part.
This is Ty's favorite part.
There's a couple places in Disney Springs that you can look at art. There's here, and then a full Art of Disney store, a little bit, actually pretty close to here. I love nothing more than looking at all the different art. They're such amazing artists, and like, look at this Hercules art.
Well, I also think because
Look
of all
at
the
him
different
diving.
art- Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Emma loves Hercules.
That's my favorite. I think just seeing all the different artists and their different interpretations of the same characters is very fun.
And you can usually almost always find something that is of the character or movie that you love, even in a postcard. That's so cute. That would look so good on your wall. A lot of these stores are kind of connected too, so you can sort of wander. Like we've now wandered into a store that I forget the name of. What is Trendy? Emma knew. I'm noticing that more doors are closed today than usual because it is so hot outside. Disney Springs is also home to Pin Traders, which is one of the biggest pin locations in the park. If you are a pin trader, which is where you can buy pins and then trade them with cast members, even other guests, if you see them wearing a lanyard, you could always ask. But you can usually see the widest variety of pins here, and they're sorted. So if you're looking for something particular, look at the name at the top. It'll say what's new. This is the newest pins here.
You need this.
I am an honorary pirate.
They also have honorary princess, so I feel like kind of together.
Yeah, you and me. And then like Mickey and Friends, Princess, Pixar,
Star Wars,
Disney movies, Star Wars, Marvel. You can find tons
They
of stuff
also
Disney
even-
parks.
I was gonna say a park section. Which
Yeah.
I really love the park section. This is adorable.
I love that. I love Goofy.
I really want this rock and roller pin.
I think the Goofy one is rock. It is. It's a rock and roller coaster pin.
Oh, how neat!
It kind of is like retro, right? Like 90s
Well,
feel.
I thought maybe it was like a Goofy movie reference or like an extremely.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize.
That was really nice.
Yeah, so
Good on you.
what are you seeing?
One of my favorite things about pins is you can find a lot of niche characters that you can't find in
Look
other...
at Jumbo holding Stitch.
Okay, exactly. Where else do you find Jumbo merch?
Jumbo merch, yeah.
Look at Coda and Kino.
Oh, you know, I saw them in Animal Kingdom on Earth Day.
I love Brother Bear. I just think pins are a lot of fun because they also can be so personalized to that person's favorite character, and they're very small.
Yes.
And it's easy to take these back to people.
Yeah, they're a great souvenir because you can get, and we often go to pins when we're playing games to find merch for people because it's really easy to, like Emma said, to find people's favorite characters. We're cruising this way. There's one more store that we want to go in that is a favorite of both Emma and mine. We love this store, and I think you might walk right past it, but if you're a grown-up, you should be stepping in here. Interestingly, there is actually a location of these stores in the town next to the town where I went to college in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. You could find a spice and tea exchange.
There's one in Nashville. There's one in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, you can find them around. It's one of my must visits.
I was gonna say I stop every time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you know what one of my favorite things to buy from here is?
I have never thought to buy a candle here.
See?
I'm out of candles. I'm cut off. Should I buy a candle?
It smells so clean, but not
I
overwhelming.
want to smell the mocha mushroom.
I've actually gone all the way through this.
Earl
I need a new one.
Grey?
So, like, should I get a new one?
I mean, we're cut off, but like, what if we weren't?
But, like, what if we decided we're not cut off?
I want to smell mocha mushroom. Whoa, this is crazy. Whoa, it's crazy. It smells like mushroom and then it smells like chocolate. I think it deserves to be a $40 candle.
I think it deserves it.
But I also like a $10 candle. But this is a great spot if you're a cook because there are salts and peppers and spices and spice blends. I have bought like a bunch of my spice blends that I cook with regularly here. There's also some fun kitchen stuff. Again, great gifts for cooks.
I need you to know I was reading sweet and smoky French fry seasoning because that sounded really
It's not
good.
right. It's these two together. Bear and ground masala together.
Okay, so they had
is
like
the
a
corn
little-
on the cob copycat.
They had a little set that you could buy that came with all of this mixed together. And sometimes that's what I do like about going to all the different spice and tea exchanges is their employees get to make their own little blends.
That's very fun.
Really cute.
All right, we're heading to Days of Christmas. This is one that was a big answer of traditions on our Instagram. People were said that picking up an ornament from Disney Springs is a big tradition. This is a year-round store. Obviously, we're filming this at the very, very end of May, and there's
Always Christmas.
tons of ornaments. And guess what? You can get them personalized. This is one of my favorite gifts to give because a personalized ornament is just really special. Look at the book. Look at the books ornaments. Really? Wow.
And this one, there it goes. Can you hear it?
Yeah. This is going to be silly, but I actually think my favorite ornament that we have for my whole life, my family has had these candy canes that you hang on the tree, but instead of being candy canes, they're snakes. They're like little snakes that you are candy cane shaped and you hook them on the tree.
Oh, that's cute.
And we have like a couple of them. We still have a couple horrific macaroni art ones that I've made.
My mom saved all of ours that haven't like disintegrated.
It's shocking. Honestly, I think that maybe I was a construction prodigy with how good my macaroni art ornaments are holding up.
That doesn't surprise me about you. I bet you read the instructions.
I did. You also might notice that since we got here, the crowds have definitely picked up. Similar to Disney Springs being busier on the weekends, it's also busier in the evenings. But I will say that in the evenings, Disney Springs is kind of the place to be. Even though it typically closes around 10 or 11 p.m., it has a great like nighttime nightlife kind of vibe. Lots of live entertainment in the evening. It's bustling, it's popping, it's exciting. And we've arrived at our dinner location. I am incredibly excited for this tonight. We are headed to Wine Bar George. This is a wonderful food and beverage establishment. It is headed by George Miliot, who's kind of a famous master sommelier. And he's often in the restaurant. This is a beautiful view you've gotten us.
I think it's really nice and the sun is setting and
Yes.
you can see the balloon and the people watching.
It's a little toasty, but the reason we've asked to sit outside, which we did request, we made a reservation
reservation, and then when we checked in, we made the request to sit up here on the balcony. There's very few tables, but it's a little toasty. Is because it is 8:30.
8:30.
And at 9 p.m., when we will still be dining here, hopefully eating some delicious food, the new Disney Dreams That Soar drone show should happen that way.
Now there's a world in which we cannot see it from here.
It's true.
We have not watched it yet, personally.
No. Yes.
So we're not 1,000% sure how high it goes, where we can see it.
Yeah.
We know that it does take place on the west end of Disney Springs, and if you're not wanting to sit down and eat, a great spot to go watch it is near the Disney food trucks. That's a great option if you're just standing. Crowds have been crazy in the first few days, so we wanted to try something different and see if maybe there's a place we can see it. If we can't see it from here, not the end of the world. We do have a backup plan.
There's a second showing at 10:45 p.m. So if Emma and I cannot see it from here, we will go see it at the second showing. Or even if we can see it and we want to see it twice, we will go see it at the second showing. But we're going to see if this is a tip that we can give you. Emma and I have realized a potential pitfall to the outdoor table is that we can currently hear clearly the live music at this stage, the live music at Paradiso 77, and the live music at Raglan 57. What is it?
I thought it was 37.
Paradiso.
I can't see the sign because of the palm tree.
It's 30 or 50. I think it says a 5, but it might be because I think it's 5.
57 sounds right.
Paradiso 57 live music. And Raglan Road right around the corner. We can hear all of the live music right here, which is something.
It's a lot happening at once.
I did have a spotlight shined directly in my eye, but luckily it has not happened again.
It's like car lights across our face, and I got really scared for like.
You thought I was gonna get hit by a car on the second floor of Wine Bar George?
I thought, where am I? And I got a little nervous.
Our wine is here. We both got Rieslings, but Emma got a sweeter one and I got a dry one.
Which I think says a lot.
Me too. Okay, we can't hear music. We can see some drones taking to the skies behind a tree. So cool. We're from the side, so we can't make out every character. We've been able to pick out a lot. We can hear the music faintly from this stage here. Raglan is also still banging out the tunes, so it's hard to hear. This isn't the ideal way to see the show, I'd say. But while we eat dinner, how insanely magical this sky lighting up with it looks amazing. It looks so. And when the Death Star came out, you wouldn't even be able to tell we were outside. No. Those are the fairies around City Movies. We can tell Tinkerbell. Yes. Yeah. It's just so amazing. It looks like magic. Well, the sky does crazy stuff that feels like it should be in the future. Our skirt steak has arrived.
It did.
We did get one of the platters for 2. This actually serves 2 to 4, but I have gotten this for 2 before and finished it, and I intend to do the same tonight or take leftovers. This is caramelized carrots and parsnips as the bed, roasted potatoes as well, and then there's chimichurri on the steak. It's cooked to order. We got medium rare, and I cannot wait to eat.
So excited.
As we look at this cool dinner and a show.
So good.
Definitely crowded after the show, and we're not in that because we got to eat our steak, which we have not started because we got distracted by the magical lights in the sky, as one does. Steak.
I've not had this. I've only been to Wine Bar George one time, and unbeknownst to me, basically ordered the new menu. I didn't realize it at the time.
No one make any comments about how Emma cut a bite and I shoved the entire piece of steak in my mouth.
I don't think I knew that happened. Really, really tender. So nice. The carrot I had was super, super soft, really caramelized, but then had a lot of nice steak drippings down on it. I prefer my parsnips pureed, but still very nice.
So though we only had a side view of the drone show, through the trees I can see Magic Kingdom fireworks right now. So can Emma.
So we watched 3 nighttime shows.
We watched 3 nighttime shows from this table. So 8:30 res, and no, it was easy to request a table on the patio because it's so hot. Get a hair tie, put your hair up, get a nice cold glass of white wine. Oh, you're gonna be fine. I'm not uncomfortable.
And I feel good.
I'm sweating, but I'm not uncomfortable.
Now that my hair's up, I'm not sweating.
Yeah.
That was a big game changer.
My hair's...
I think they know we're perfect.
I hope they didn't and you just opened their eyes. I hope that somebody is sitting in their living room like, that was a weird pause.
You do that a lot.
But now they know that we're just constantly burping in the middle of our VO. It's hard, okay? It's hard out here. Hey, Emma.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Am I allowed to have any carrots, or did you want to keep them all for yourself?
A lot of carrots.
And you like have a stockpile on your plate that I can't touch. Can I have one?
If you can find one, of course.
We finished our meal at Wine Bar George. We were both very full. We had some delicious glasses of wine, some amazing steak, and we saw the drone show from the side, which was really amazing. Now there is a second drone show at 10:45 p.m. We were pretty happy with our view of it, even though it was only partial. So we are gonna move out. As always, if you ever wanna see anything sort of right as it's happening, the AllEars Instagram and Twitter accounts and Facebook are gonna be your go-tos. That's where you're gonna see everything right as it's happening go up. Our blogs are gonna have posts up within the hour of anything new. You can learn all about it, see all about it if you can't get here. And we try to get really good footage for you guys. Our reporting and editorial teams work really insanely hard to get you guys awesome stuff. So go follow those accounts if you ever want to see this stuff sort of right when it comes out, because as you can see from these videos, the drone show's amazing from the front and it's amazing from the side with a good glass of wine. So
Great steak.
and a great steak. So definitely Wine Bar George dinner with a drone show view was the perfect way to end our perfect day at Disney Springs. You'll notice we didn't do a ton. That's how I would recommend doing Disney Springs.
The perfect day at Disney Springs.
Yep, it's about wandering, it's about hanging out, it's about seeing cool stuff. Some other recommendations that you might have seen in other videos that we've done include bowling at Splitsville if you want to bowl. Or I love seeing movies at the AMC, and yes, I even did that when Disney World was a vacation for me before I lived here. I used to love to see the latest Disney movie, whether it was Star Wars or Marvel, at the AMC at Disney Springs.
Live action Aladdin here when it first came out.
Really?
I loved it.
They often have photo ops and stuff set up. I saw Rogue One here in the huge Dolby in the very back row, and it was amazing. It was opening weekend, so I got a button for free.
Wow.
It was really cool. But there's so much to do at Disney Springs. We've only scratched the surface, but you don't need to feel pressured to do everything in Disney Springs when you come here. You can have a perfect day. Just kind of bebopping, stopping in the stores that look interesting to you, not walking too much since it's probably your break from the park. We were shopping, we were eating, and we had an amazing time. And I would say a perfect day in Disney Springs.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch Emma and I have the perfect day in Epcot.
We'll see you there.
Bye.